Okay, great gowns, beautiful gowns.
There really are quite a lot of singers in the pop music business who are not only just vocally skilled and talented, but are generally seen as capable and impressive vocalists. But let's not lie to ourselves, being a pop singer isn't only about the singing. It's also about the music, image, visuals, lyrics, personality, stage presence. There's a lot that goes into it. Most popular singers are not the best vocalists, which is something that people sometimes complain about. That singers who are on top of the charts are often average singers who could easily get outsung by some other less successful singers. So in this video we're gonna talk about and give some examples of singers who are far from terrible vocalists but are not particularly great either. Most of them would probably admit themselves they are not the best, and I'm definitely not claiming that I am better than any of these singers. This is also not a negative video, it really is a fun and positive one. So without further ado, let's get into it. I couldn't imagine starting this video any different. Rihanna. Rihanna is the perfect example of singer who's clearly not bad. She really mastered the art of giving vocally just enough not to be called a straight up bad singer and not giving enough to earn herself a title of a vocal force. She's never seemed to take herself too seriously as a vocalist. Whatever happens on stage, it is what it is. If she can't reach a note, she can't reach a note. If she can, she may do it, but not always. She is a very captivating performer though, but many would call her an inconsistent, lazy and sloppy vocalist. With that being said, Rihanna really has a lot of potential in her lower range, belting range and her head voice as well.
Want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world, like I'm the only one who knows your heart. 10,000 miles apart, baby, for your wishes. Oh yeah, all you need because when the sunshine we shine together. You got me like that, butter bread, egg is cursing my name, and you got me like that, you got me like ooh, and babe,
Next on the list we have Taylor Swift. Now Taylor has been called a straight up bad singer in the past due to her issues with intonation and pitch during her live performances. As the time went by, Taylor definitely hasn't become a vocal powerhouse, but she's improved, she's found her style I think, and learned how to use her strengths. I'd always thought that Taylor had an interesting and beautiful voice, bright, youthful and shiny in her mid-range, and surprisingly rich, matte and smoky in her lower range. Despite her songs not being the most challenging vocally, she can step out of her comfort zone.
Like he's just your understudy, like he'd get you knocked, balancing on breaking branches. Those eyes had in. Not step on my gown, you need to calm down. Not step on our gowns, you need to calm down.
don't blame me, love made me crazy. If it doesn't, you ain't doing it right. Lord, saving my jug is my baby I'll be using for the rest of my life.
Next we have Sheeran, one of the most quintessential pop stars of our time. Its strength truly lies in the emotive nature and quality of his voice.
She loves me, why the hell she love me when she could have anyone else?
technically speaking, it's not particularly impressive. His sense of pitch is really solid. He has some control in his falsetto.
Everything's making sense to
He does some belting. He can effectively use rasp and distortion.
Lately, everything's making. Take me into your loving arms, ever in my mind and memory. That baby now, place your head on my beating heart.
His runs exist,
So honey now, behind. Well, I'll
but is it really gonna make you love him any less if you love him? Probably not. And that's more than fine. Katy Perry. You know, Katy has her own share of unfortunate vocal moments, and like Taylor, she's been called a bad singer during her career. And yet, Katy Perry is no Whitney Houston, but it shouldn't overshadow her vocal prowess. She's become a more confident and more polished vocalist overall. Her belting definitely deserves some praise. Also, I love that her musicianship and creativity has improved as well. She doesn't do any crazy riffs and runs, but her changes and stylistic choices she makes usually sound great and fit well into the melody. Next we have Dua Lipa. I'm sure that Dua Lipa doesn't think of herself as an incredible vocalist. Vocally, she has her issues like tension and general lack of freedom. She rather stays in her comfort zone and does her job. Even though she's not the most impressive vocalist, her low, dark and slightly husky voice is a breath of fresh air in current pop music. Zara Larsson. I feel like Zara Larsson's brand has never really been about raw vocals, but more about hit songs, catchy tunes, lots of style and aesthetics. But I recently came across a few of her newer performances and I was like, what the f***? I had no idea she could pull off something like this. Probably the most impressive vocalist on this list. I mean, if Ariana Grande did something like that, people would absolutely lose their minds. So with Zara, it's not even like she falls somewhere in the middle. She's really good, I just had no idea what she was capable of. Last one on this list is Madison Beer. Madison Beer is a singer who I feel like hasn't quite figured out what's her style. She's kind of a hybrid of these Ariana Grande-ish pop R&B vocals and more indie alternative Billie Eilish-like style. She's a skilled vocalist, although she loses control at times trying to do things she can't execute well yet. but she has a nice vibrato.
And bright stars,
Why you close to dawn?
Her vocal agility is really an important strength to her.
held. Look the other way. I wanted you to change. Yeah.
And she displays a considerable amount of vocal control throughout her range in general.
Last gleaming in air gave proof.
I got that love you can handle, but maybe you can try.
And
She's also really young, she is actually my age, so you know, she still has a lot of time to improve. So I guess that will be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Let me know, maybe you'd like a part 2, because there are definitely more singers who could make an appearance on this list. As for now, till the next time, bye guys, have a great day or evening, wherever you are.